wife works here with me.
Yeah.
She has an office here at Fort County, and she's always talking about how he has something on his cell phone that he can trip and cut off the kids' Wi-Fi capabilities. So doing what he's asking or doing their chores, or he'll just do it real quick, and
Yeah, you want to make them come out of the room, turn the Wi-Fi
out.
You're absolutely right. It's amazing. It's amazing they can't hear anything you say for half the day, and you shut that Wi-Fi off, and miraculously they appear.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Yeah.
I've got a granddaughter down in Bartlesville who's getting ready to turn 13, and she can't have a cell phone for her birthday. She doesn't want anything, and her parents will not let her have a cell phone until she's at least 15 years old, and so it's a big argument with them every.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
Mission room again.
Yeah.
I thought it was Anne-Marie teleporting in.
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry.
You saw the waves there for a minute.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Oh, it wasn't you. It's done that several times already.
Yeah. There's Melissa.
Uh-oh.
Technology is great when it works right.
Correct.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
I noticed it only does that when someone's trying to connect. Or at least that's what it seems like.
Seems like to be doing.
Yeah. It did it when you joined, Emery, and it did it when Trey joined, and then now Paul's trying to join and it's doing it.
I'm not seeing Anne Marie's picture
Yeah,
on
I'm
here.
not seeing her. I'm not
You're not
seeing
seeing
the
me?
picture.
No.
Okay, just a minute.
We gotta see your smiley face, Anne Marie. Come on.
Is she going to help me?
Followed by pound. Otherwise,
Did you bring you your phone?
you are in the meeting now. There are 11 participants in the meeting.
Okay. How do I get on here, Carrie? Because they're not seeing me on my phone.
Come on, Carrie, you can do it.
Just a minute. I'm
No,
gonna see
you're
what I can
fine.
do.
Some of these guys are still too young for this, but it always reminds me of the opening scene from the Brady Bunch when
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Now you got that. Now you're gonna have that song stuck in everybody's head.
you
for
are.
the
Yeah.
day.
I wanted to look over here to this side.
Yeah. Yeah.
An earworm now. You're gonna have that the rest of the day. So, yeah.
I've had it for the last couple weeks. It doesn't go away easy.
Yeah.
Of course, we keep having these meetings.
Exactly.
Right. Hopefully back to normal on Tuesday, though, or more normal. I'll put it that way.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
Henry's on here twice now.
There she is.
There we see
There's
her.
Carrie.
Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Carrie.
She's gonna fix that. She's getting out.
Yeah.
Okay, so now
Now you come sit here.
okay, thank you.
Now, there I am. Oh, I'm on here twice. Okay.
It's all right. We can only hear you once, though.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
let's go ahead and get started.
Yeah.
If everyone's ready. So welcome to the Coppell City Commission special meeting for Friday, May 22nd. At this time, we'll take roll.
Mayor Bauer,
Present.
Commissioner Maxon.
Here.
Commissioner York,
Here.
Vice Mayor Doan,
Here.
Commissioner Van Oster.
Present.
Thank you, Melissa. I will move into a public hearing, special presentations and proclamations. So we'll have a public hearing for the Cdbg CV program from the State of Kansas Department of Commerce. Director of Finance, Stephanie Richardson, and Director of Public Works, Chuck Shively, will make comments.
Mayor and Commissioners, I'll just kind of briefly go through the program again prior to the public hearing so that we kind of have an idea or a refresher of what this program is. The State of Kansas Department of Commerce did receive some federal funding that's being put out to communities to help with the COVID pandemic in the form of community development block grants. These are grants and not loans. There are two different specific areas that we can apply for. The first is economic development, and that is for the retention of jobs for low to moderate income employees. Those monies can be used for working capital, such as wages, utility, rent, purchasing 60 days worth of inventory, those type of expenses. The second program is a meal program that is intended to provide funding for supplementing various types of programs that provide access to nutritious foods throughout this pandemic. The application for the cities and counties, those are the only entities that really can apply as the cities and counties. It is on a first come, first served basis with the state. Therefore, we're having a special meeting to hold our public hearing. Once the public hearing is held and everything is approved, we can submit our application to the state and get in line for that first come, first served award. The city is applying for the maximum funding limits, which is $300,000 for the economic development portion and $100,000 for the meal programs portion. As far as the specifics on what the program will look like for the city, we set those parameters once we're awarded the funds from the state. In our application, we have indicated that it's the city's intent for those funds to benefit as many of the local shops and businesses as possible. We anticipate being able to assist approximately 30 local businesses with a 51% LMI requirement, and that would be based on their employment levels. Dividing that economic development piece into different groups of employment levels, such as there's a micro grant portion for businesses with 1 to 5 employees. Then it breaks into regular grants, and we would divide those up and begin asking for applications from our local businesses. We're proposing to award $2,000 per job that would be retained. The maximum amount per business would be $10,000. That would allow us to, again, assist approximately 30 businesses in town. We are proposing that qualified submissions per group that we break out would be on a first come, first served basis. Those applications could be brought to the city clerk's office. That way those can be numbered as they come in the door. A group review and qualification process would be conducted by Montgomery County Action Council to help us verify the LMI qualifications and the things needed there. And then final approval and the actual award would be made by the Coffeyville City Commissioners. As far as the meal program, we would solicit applications from any not-for-profit group, and that is a requirement that it be a not-for-profit. All applications received would be reviewed and awards would be made on a basis of the past meals and then the projected meals that they anticipate to serve. Again, it is a requirement that we hold a public hearing so that the commission can take in any comments or concerns from the public. So we do need to go through that process today. I think there is a resolution for your adoption, and once all of that is approved, Chuck and I will get everything wrapped up and get sent to the state for the city's application. If you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer those.
Oh, good. It sounds like there's been some discussion. I'd hoped that maybe we would see from our last meeting that we would see kind of how our process was going to work through, how we were going to approve it. But I think what you just stepped through sounds perfectly fine to me, that we have a process in place. Sounds like we hopefully have it documented, that I know it's a first come, first serve, but then it's reviewed and then by the MAC, and then comes to us for approval. So I'm okay with that. I don't know if anyone else has any comments, questions.
Do we have any kind of a time frame from the state yet as far as when those, when they will be approved, if approved, and the disbursement of the funds?
I have not heard from the state when they plan to start making those awards. As of right now, they're just taking those applications as they're coming in, but unless, Chuck, if you've heard anything.
No, I haven't. I think they're just preoccupied with getting this out as quickly as possible. One thing I would add, I think it's a maximum of 50 employees to be eligible, right?
Yes,
Stephanie?
that's true.
Because it's for small businesses.
Do we know how many businesses in Coffeyville would actually qualify for this?
No, we don't.
Okay.
I know there is a survey out on MAC's website that they have some of the parameters put out there that businesses can go in and fill out to determine whether they meet those qualifications. There is one, if the city were awarded these funds, we would have to go in and do a certification, which that's the piece that MAC would be helping with, to certify that that business does meet that 51% LMI requirement of the grant.
Okay.
And the LMI is the low to moderate income, is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, and it's not as low as you might think. I think for a single individual, it's 38,000 roughly.
Right.
And it goes up from there if there's more family members.
All right. Any other questions?
Don't have any?
All right. So at this time, we'll allow public comments for the Cdbg CV program from the state of Kansas Department of Commerce. We'll open that up to the public.
Mayor, I'm in the commission room. We do have Mr. Bryce present. I've asked if he'd like to comment. He's just viewing the session. So
Okay.
we do not have any public comment at this time.
Okay. So if there's no other questions, comments, or anything else, I'll make a motion to move to continue the process of applying for the CDBG CV program funding with the state Kansas Department of Commerce and to authorize the execution of an agreement for administrative consulting services with the Southeast Kansas Regional Planning Commission for purposes of assisting the city with administration of the CDBG CV grant if the application is successful.
I'll second.
Second.
Motion is made by Mayor Bauer, seconded by Commissioner Van Oster, to continue the process of applying for the CDBG CV program funding with the Kansas Department of Commerce and to authorize the execution of an agreement for administrative consulting services with the Southeast Kansas Regional Planning Commission for purposes of assisting the city with administration of the CDBG CV grant if the application is successful. Commissioner Maxon.
Aye.
Commissioner York.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Doan.
Aye.
Commissioner Van Oster.
Aye.
Mayor Bauer.
Aye. If there's no other questions or comments, I will make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Second.
Everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody second.
everybody's ready to get off of here.
Yeah.
Motion is made by Mayor Bauer, seconded by Commissioner Van Oster to adjourn. Can I see a show of hands? Thank you.
Everyone have a good weekend. Stay dry.
Yes,
Thank you,
thank you.
Thanks.
Aye.